Hi there, I'm James. I'm going to do a quick rundown of the major sectors quickly in this video. I'm doing a live stream a little bit later on with Ola Prime TV, and I hope to see you there. That's at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time at Ola Prime TV on YouTube. You can catch me there for the morning show. So I want to indicate my general positions and give you my ideas just for the next few minutes and set you up for the live stream in case you want to ask questions later on. So beginning with currencies, my general hypothesis is that the dollar is going to weaken by another 5 to 6%. If you'd like to see a detailed analysis of my Forex outlook, you can go and have a look at my previous live streams or catch me early next week in Monday's live stream. Because of that, I'm continuing to look to buy the euro, buy the pound, and buy the Japanese yen against the US dollar, which means that the euro US dollar, the pound US dollar should go up and the dollar yen should go down. So we're in that direction. I'm long on the pound and I'm short on the dollar yen. I'm also short on the yen crosses. These are taking some time, but I think eventually those will come down by quite some margin. I'm expecting the yen major against the dollar and the yen crosses to drop significantly for the balance of this year. And then I've also got a small long position on the Australian dollar against the US dollar, and I'm expecting all of these to sort of gain about 5%. Let's go across the stocks. Let's start with the NASDAQ. I've been tracking a trade that I started off last night as a scalp. It's still open. In fact, you can see the positions on my screen there. This is a sort of a demo account. It's real money. These are live positions, 2 contracts on the NASDAQ. These trades are visible here because I'm actually making a video on this trade, which I'll release later. And it's the bull run, bull flag, breakout, fake breakout through the top, breakout, pullback, launch, retest type trade, which I've covered in detail right from the beginning to the end. Currently about $20 in profit on each one of those. I continue to look for the upside on both the NASDAQ and the S&P. I think today is going to be another bullish day. And there are some interesting stats that have come out regarding the number of bullish days above the 20-period moving average, being more than 60 days so far on the S&P. That's only ever happened 4 times in history in the last 100 years, and every time the NASDAQ, the S&P, well, the markets in general have rallied by 20 to 25% thereafter. So I remain bullish on these for as long as these markets are going up. I know it's irrational and I know it's weird and crazy, but we're seeing new all-time highs every day, and we've now got long on the S&P as long as the NASDAQ, so all up on the indices. And then I'm also long on MSTR, Tesla, looking to buy Google after those great earnings, and NVIDIA we're short actually, but we'll probably have to hedge this one if the markets keep moving up. Going across to crypto, we're getting the dip on Bitcoin as I expected we might, and the next stop, I think, if we don't hold more or less here at about 115 and a bit, we should move down to 112 and a half. And at that level, I'll be looking to add another tranche on, or perhaps even readjust my hedge. I have a 30% hedge on this long position. As you can see, I'm DCA averaged in with an average price of about 85,000, holding those positions, but 30% hedged, just above 110,000. So we'll look to deal with that when we get back down there, if we do. But I remain bullish on Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP. And yesterday we added some more small tranches on Ethereum and XRP. We're still short on gold, and it's still moving down, despite the fact that the other metals are holding up pretty well. We've got a good short position on here now. And today is incredibly crucial. We've got to get down through this corner. Notice that we broke out of this very small internal rising ascending triangle, only to reach the top of the much larger one, this big one, and then failed at the top there. I explained the reason I sold here, not because it's the top of a triangle, because it is an ascending triangle. It should have broken out through the top. But it was the action of the tape, if you wish, the movement of the price, the veracity of the move that created this impulse for me to sell, and we got short immediately. But that's for another video, and I'll explain exactly what happened at the top here. And you might have a clue just by looking at that and what created the sell order for me to get short on gold. So essentially, I'm looking for a breakdown below both the mini and the maxi triangle, if you wish. The mini gold rush and the maxi gold rush, which never happened. And then the breakdown through these moving averages. First stop, previous swing low and 100-period moving average at 32.44. And the next stop, which I think is more likely, at 31.20 down here at the next swing low. I think this is a much stronger support level, and in fact, if that fails, I wouldn't be surprised if we move down to the 200-period moving average and the swing low, up and down swing low, and the big round number at 3,000. So that's kind of my general target. Let's see how we go at the support. And weirdly, whilst we're short on gold, I'm also still long on silver. My long positions from here, we've had multiple long positions, as you can see, and we're still long, and I'm holding that position. At the same time, I'm short on gold. And this is now the 6th time that we've done this, and it's worked out profitably on every single occasion, even though we've been in opposite directions. We took a new position on copper yesterday after having reached up into this sort of fib extension zone, looking very overextended and forming a tweezer top almost on the daily chart. We got short right at the top of that exponential expansion attempt to break through the previous high where we failed, and we're now short on copper. The target is down to at least back down to $5.40, and maybe we could get slightly lower than that, but I'll look to exit that trade and potentially reverse. And then quickly on energies, we're still long on UEC. This is just going gangbusters, a funny word that people think is funny. I quite like it. We're testing that top now, and I think we'll break through there. We've approached there with some vigor, and I think we're going through. So I'm not adjusting my positions on there, holding my longs from miles down at the bottom there, and we'll hold on to those for now. But we don't have a position on URA. After having taken profit here a couple of weeks ago, we haven't managed to get back in because there haven't been any dips, but that's basically why we've held on to the long UEC position. Natural gas, I'm still on the continuous contract at Pepperstone. We haven't moved into the futures yet because of the timing, and the Henry Hub rolls over next week. But we did get long at $3.05. We're trading at $3.11 now. But I'll probably take profit off here at this double top tweezer here on the 4-hour chart, somewhere around $3.16 and maybe $3.20, and then just exit for the weekend. It is Friday, the weekend's coming up, weekend gaps and all that. And of course the Henry Hub futures roll over next week, so anything can happen during that little period and that little gap. So either today we'll be stopped out at break even at $3.05, or I'll take profit, probably at $3.20. On WTI, we're now out of the market, having taken profit on our shorts down here at the bottom. I'm still basically short, looking for rallies to sell into. Probably wait for next week. Here's the 200 period moving average and this top. As long as we hold beneath there, I'll continue to look to sell and potentially add some more back up at this red line over here. Target for WTI is 55 and then down to 50 and slightly below that, followed by a bounce all the way back up to maybe 65 or 67. And then just very quickly finishing off, we're still long on the dollar South African rand. We're still long on TLT, nothing else on this page, nothing on the VIX. And then on softs and grains, we're still long on sugar, short on cocoa, short on coffee, short on orange juice, but that's hedged. And then cotton, corn, and wheat, we're long on all three. And lithium is lit. I'd like to get into lithium, but we're going to have to wait for a pullback. Maybe with a bit of luck down to the orange trend line. Folks, I hope you enjoy that. Have a great trading day, and I'll see you at the Ola Prime Live later on. And don't forget to click down below. There's a link called the Traded Survival Kit. And if you click on that link, you'll get a whole bunch of free downloads from me, including my G7 trading system and my song library and a whole bunch of other things. And plus, you'll get a discount on all of my trading courses and my private membership group for life. So make sure you join up there. And finally, make sure you like and subscribe on this video. Click down below, and I'll see you soon. Take care.
We trading gas, I'm talking natural supply. Charts are bouncing, looking fly.